Hello students, we're learning the lesson expansion and we will see some more problems based on expansion. Alright, this is the question on your screen. If a square plus 1 by a square is equal to 47, where a is not equal to 0, we have to find two things. What are these two things? First, we have to find a plus 1 by a, and then we'll be finding a cube plus 1 by a cube. Let us see how to solve the first question. A plus 1 by a. What is given in the question? A square plus 1 by a square is given, right? And the value of that is 47. So this is what is given in the question. Now you see the expansion of a square plus 1 by a square, or an expansion in which we have a square plus 1 by a square. This is what we'll be using. So we know that a plus 1 by a whole square is equal to a square plus 1 by a square. Now you see that we have a square plus 1 by a square. That is the reason why we'll be using this equation. You have to be very careful to decide which equation to use. Okay, we are using this because this equation has the term a square plus 1 by a square. Right, I hope you have understood it. So let us solve it further. A plus 1 by a whole square is equal to a square plus 1 by a square, the value of which is already given in the question. So we will write the value, which is 47 plus 2. Right, so when you add 47 plus 2, how much do you get? We'll get it as 49. Right, so we have found the value of a plus 1 by a whole square, which is equal to 49. Now you remember that when we move square to the other side of the equal sign, what happens? The square will change to square root. Right? I hope you remember this rule. What do we have to find? What is given in the question? We have to find a plus 1 by a. And what we have found till now, we have found the value of a plus 1 by a whole square. So what will we be doing now? We will remove the square to the other side of equal sign. Right, so a plus 1 by a whole square is equal to 49, and thus a plus 1 by a will be equal to root of 49. Right, when we move square to the other side of the equal sign, the square changes to root. That's why a plus 1 by a is equal to root of 49, and therefore a plus 1 by a is equal to, I hope you remember the root of 49. 7 sevens are 49, right? And we have found the answer then, right? Answer for the first question, that is a plus 1 by a is equal to 7. I hope you have understood this, or you can go back to the video and see it again and do it by yourself to understand it much better. We can write a plus 1 by a or the value as either 7, or we can write it as plus or minus 7. Okay, you can write either ways, both are correct. Now we have to solve the second question. What the second question says, we have to find the value of a cube plus 1 by a cube. Do not forget the value of a plus 1 by a, all right, because we will have to use it. A cube plus 1 by a cube. Now again you have to remember the expansion in which we have a cube plus 1 by a cube, right, which is the expansion we'll be using, the expansion of a plus 1 by a whole cube. You see here that we have this term a cube plus 1 by a cube plus 3 into a plus 1 by a, close the brackets, inside the brackets, right? So you have to be very careful which expansion to use. It all depends on what is given in the question. right? So we will make a cube plus 1 by a cube as the subject, and I do think that you know how to make subjects, right? So a cube plus 1 by a cube equals, right, it equals a plus 1 by a whole cube Now when we move this whole term plus 3, right, and a plus 1 by a in brackets, when we move that to the other side of equal sign, it will change to minus 3 into, in brackets, a plus 1 by a, right? So this is the expression we'll be using to solve, to find the value of a cube plus 1 by a cube. Right, I hope you have understood till here, and I hope that you are also writing it down. Alright, now let us see what is given in the question, or what we have found previously, so that we can find the value of a cube plus 1 by a cube. Now you see here a plus 1 by a whole cube, right? And in the first question we have found the value of a plus 1 by a. So we'll just replace the value here, writing it as 7 cube minus 3 into a plus 1 by a, right? We have the value of a plus 1 by a, so we will write it as 3 into 7. Now it's very simple to simplify it. 7 cube will be how much? 7 cube will be 343 minus 3 sevens are, or 7 threes are 21, and when we subtract 21 from 343, how much do we get? We will get it as 322, right? So this is the answer for the second question, and a cube plus 1 by a cube is equal to 322. It is not very hard. You just have to remember the expansions, remember the steps, and it's very easy, right? Maths is not tough, it is not hard. You just have to follow it step by step and remember the formulas and expansions to solve it much better or easily. I hope you have understood it. You can go back through the video and, like I said, practice, okay? Keep practicing so that you can do maths much better.